Hello, my name is Benny Garcia. This is my unit of instruction assignment for a Flipgrid video project for AEP 867 instructional design. Okay, for my unit, I've gone with the backward design. Stage 1, identify desired results. Stage 2, determine acceptable evidence. Stage 3, plan learning experiences and instruction. I'm also going to borrow the A from the assure model and the empathize from the design thinking model. This is the template, the backwards design template that I will post a link to on the uh, discussion post in the currents community. You can see my established goals, transfer meaning, acquisition, assessment evidence, and evaluative criteria, and the summary of the key learning events and instruction. And there you can read the template in its entirety. So what this says in a nutshell is why I chose the backward design model. For me, it's the most sensical and the most intuitive of the design models, starting with your goals and objectives, and then working backward. The reason I included the analyze and empathize elements from a share model and from design thinking is because I'm working with uh, Thai-born ESL students, and so I need to, assess what their abilities and then empathize with, what might be difficult for them as far as their English proficiency is concerned. Mainly, knowing as much about the learner is paramount for developing effective instruction, and the essentiality of empathizing with the students is equally significant as assessing their, intellectual and academic capabilities. Um, the first, some of the first assessments I had included Google Forms quizzes, which I'll elaborate on later. But just from that observation, I could see who struggled with the English keyboard in regards to not being able to type in URLs, and which students were able to do so furiously or highly effectively. I don't know, not furiously, but so as far as an empathetic assessment goes, I have two classes. They're at the polar opposite ends of the academic spectrum. There's the primary 6-3 star class, which is akin to an AP class or an honors class, and then there's the 6-4 class, which is the lowest achieving class of their grade. So again, from those initial assessments, I saw that which 6-3 star kids were able to type in the URLs for the Google Forms quiz, finish them quickly, provide witty, creative, dynamic answers with a high level of English proficiency, and the 6-4 kids who struggled with the keyboard, needed assistance with the URL, were unable to finish the test in some instances. So from right there, I could assess who would have difficulty with the upcoming Flipgrid video project. So here's some of the goals. Basically, the goal will be for all the students in 6-3 and 6-4 to successfully upload a introduction to me video that is less than 1 minute and 30 seconds. The video will include basic information, demographics. Ideally, the videos will feature the students introducing themselves in English, and they will use the targeted synonyms for like and dislike. So things like love, loathe, big on, I'm really into, or I can't stand. The learner objectives. I will be able to write an introduction paragraph about who I am and what I like and dislike. I will be able to use the synonyms for like and dislike. I will be able to scan the QR code, download the Flipgrid app, and join the class Flipgrid group. And I will be able to record, edit, and post my introduction video to Flipgrid. And so again, this just further elaborates this is analysis of the initial assessment and the learner characteristics. So stage 2 of the backward design model of determine acceptable evidence. And what I've done again is from the observation of previous Google Forms quiz, along with the previous journal entries I've seen from both the 6.3 STAR class and the 6.4, is using that information to figure out what kind of evidence that I can ascertain from both classes. And so in regards to the evidence will include the following: the final Flipgrid video itself, a Google Forms quiz about the synonyms for like and dislike, also students practicing introduction to me speeches in front of the class, and revised journal entries as well. And the Google Forms quiz is, I'm gonna say it's a quiz. It's really more of a self-guided learning module. Some of the smarter, more perceptive kids from 6.3 kind of have already figured it out. They're like, teacher, this is so easy. I'm like, yeah, what yeah, they basically figured out that it's really a self-guided learning module veiled as a quiz. So stage 3 of the backward design instructional design model: plan, learning experiences, and instruction. So here's some of my materials. Here's the QR code that each student will have in their it's called their green book. It's basically like their homework diary. It's the book they write down their assignments, and then their parents are supposed to sign them every day. Additionally, their parents' phones or their own smartphones, iPads or tablets. In the classroom, we have a Samsung Smart TV, and of course we have it's called the Smart Class, but it's essentially a computer lab. All those together will satisfy the ISTE 5A standard. Use technology to create, adapt, and personalize learning experiences that foster independent learning and accommodate learner differences and needs. Additionally, the Flipgrid link will be posted on the parents' Line group. Line is a social media application that we use to communicate with the parents. Additionally, in my materials is my rubric. The video will be scored out of 25 points for timeliness, use of synonyms, relevancy, being able to join the Flipgrid group, and then commenting on 3 students' videos with relevant comments. With the 5 top scores being submitted on time, correctly use all the synonyms, video display the desired content. They did what they were supposed to do, basically, and joined Flipgrid successfully, and made 3 relevant comments. So continuing on stage 3, we have the implementation. Since I haven't done the unit with the children yet, I practice on my girlfriend pad, but the presentation features what I plan to do in the classroom and the demo that I walked through with my girlfriend. So day 1, introduction to me quiz and joining Flipgrid. This is the Google Forms quiz that the students will take. It's a hybrid self-learning module quiz and potential, I don't know if survey is the right word, but here it is on the Google Forms. They enter their English nickname, their class, and then the just basic demographic questions: age, where you're from, what's your favorite food, who's your favorite YouTuber, and then it goes into some of the content of the synonyms for like and dislike. So can't stand is a synonym for like, dislike, love, cheese, right? Enjoy is a synonym for like, dislike, annoyed by, coconut, yoga. And then it goes on some, Kevin really likes apple pie, which sentence is correct? And then they have to pick the correct sentence that agrees with the statement, Kevin really likes apple pie. Then I have them do some writing exercises. These I have unscored. This is just to gather information and see what they're able to produce on their own, and how well they can use a keyboard, and their grammar and things like that. Then I have some reading comprehension woven into the test. And then I've provided a sample of our student Luigi, our fictional student. And this is his imaginary introduction to me paragraph, which the kids will answer reading comprehension questions for. Most of them are search and destroy scan, but at least they'll get the idea of reading Luigi's speech of what they're supposed to produce. This final question, I've decided that I'm probably just going to either delete or have them write in their journal again. Even though they've already written it once, it might be overkill to have them do it again, but I think it'd be good for them. Essentially to maybe use the Luigi paragraph as a template of sorts of what they're supposed to produce as well. And so after that's done, they click submit. So they click submit, and this is where I get my responses. I have 3 responses. I have, where are they at? Oh, responses from Josie and Arm. Josie is my highest achieving student in 6.3 star. Arm is my lowest achieving student. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds wrong to say, I guess. Because he's a great kid, lovely personality. It's just that statistically speaking, he has the lowest scores. And my girlfriend Ped, who actually did take the test. And so these are their responses. Ped is 6.3 star. She is 42. So this is where I can gather the information, especially since there's going to be like 53 kids taking this test. I can look at their responses, see who got what questions right, who missed the most of them, and I can utilize this information to create further activities and instruction. Additionally, Google will create a spreadsheet for me. So I'll just click on this. And then the results will be populated for me. I can use that and see how they answered their questions, read all of their funny, delightful responses. And hold up. No, don't do that. Sorry, my mouse just froze. So yeah, they can read their responses. Or I can read their responses. I can, again, go through, see who made what mistakes, which students need help where, and see also, and see who's missing. Like, for example, the other day, I noticed that in the Google, from the Google like quiz, I noticed that a lot of students were still having a problem with correctly using has and have and doesn't have and doesn't have, doesn't have. And so I spotted that, and now I'm able to be aware of that, and I will be able to use that in future lessons. Okay, so jump back into the presentation. So day 2, that would be day 1, would be the Google Forms quiz. Day 2 would be the demo and the practice speeches. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to watch some Flipgrid video submissions from other kids in previous years. This link will take me to the Microsoft Office folder for Kajanket, which the students will have access to, this particular folder. And that way they can watch a variety of videos. So we're going to do that now. So this takes us to the primary 4 star class, so 4th grade star class. And these had to do about cooking a dish. Right? That was the Flipgrid assignment. So we'll check out Alms. And I think she's making an omelet here.
Hello, my name's Today I will do a project how to do the omelette. Things to need is 1, 2 eggs, 2 oil, 3 fish sauce, 4 tomato sauce, 5.
Okay, and so there we've watched the video together, and they can get a general idea of what they're supposed to create. So after we watch some demos, then I go through the process. This is the slide I actually intend to show them if the Wi-Fi is good. We are in Thailand, and also we're on the 4th floor of the school, which is like a big giant cement block. So it just depends on the day. Sometimes it's with us, sometimes it works against us. So this would ideally, hopefully, and here's the start class. And so how to upload your introduction videos to Flipgrid, the condensed version. So the test run, ideally, again, I want to demonstrate the process with my phone, marrying it to the screen, pending the Wi-Fi capabilities, because sometimes I had to learn the hard way that the Wi-Fi just doesn't work sometimes, and it's kind of always when you need it to work. So step 1, find the QR code inside your green book, right there. This is Josie's, and this is the green book, picture of their green book. They write in Thai, and then like twice a week, I write something in English. But it'll be stapled to their green book, because that's their most important communication tool with the parents. Step 2, open the scanner on your phone. Step 3, open the Flipgrid video. It'll take you directly to the link, right? Step 4, if the app isn't already downloaded, they'll have to download it. They'll either go to the Google Play Store or to the iPhone's App Store. Then once that's done, they will be able to record a response. So they'll open the app, press record a response, click student. These are all screenshots from my phone as well. And then again, they'll have to scan the code again, and then once they scan it, they'll be taken straight to the Flipgrid group. And then they'll click add a response. They will click the white circle and record their video, seen here. After they're finished, they will click next. Then they will begin the video editing process, which they will have access to various editing tools. They can shrink it or shorten it. After they're satisfied, they can click next. Step 11, write a small sentence in the box, relevant comment. Or this is where they'll just, a short description. They'll write the relevant comment in their classmates' videos. And then step 13, click return to topic. That takes them back to this. They can check their video, make sure it's loaded properly, and then watch the video. Yeah. And they can watch, yeah, that's right. So they can watch the classmates' videos and leave comments, relevant comments. And this is what the comment will look like. And I would be commenting as Josie 4. And then if the time permitting too is another thing. With Thai language learners, sometimes you run through 5 activities. Sometimes it takes 1. So hopefully, if we have time, I can have the kids get their journals and practice their speeches in front of the class. Some of the outgoing kids, Jenny, Josie, Visa, have already done so, but I want to get some of the more reserved kids, hopefully not traumatize them by doing public speaking, but just to get them ready to get in the process. Additionally, I might break them into smaller groups and have them practice as well. Okay, so this is the run through with my girlfriend, Ped. I had her scan the QR code. The QR code was on my phone, so we couldn't get pictures of that as she was scanning the QR code off of my phone. But she scanned it and then took her to download the app. She recorded a response, and she successfully submitted the response. And we were able to watch the video. So this is my dashboard for Flipgrid. This is the 6.4 class. This is the 6.3 class, and this is the for the demo. PED was able to successfully load the video, and so this is what it would look like for a student in their group. So we have PED's video.
My name is Vic. I am from the AEP Thailand. I enjoy travel and I can stand nice. I want more people to be kind.
So there's that. We did that successfully. Okay, so the video process was smooth. I have two evaluations here. I have an evaluation of the process I did with PED. I've also included a hypothetical evaluation for what I assume will happen with the when I actually watch the videos, which won't be until July 8th. So I showed the presentation to my girlfriend, and she's a natural-born Thai citizen whose first language is Thai. And so for the most part, she was able to follow my instruction. She had kind of a difficult time with the slides. It was more effective for me to just show her how to scan it with her device. I imagine it will be that way with the students. From there, she did it. She recorded it, uploaded the video on the Flipgrid site. Additionally, she did struggle a little bit with the Google Form quiz as well, so I had to help her with that. So my PED's English is like moderate, so thus I can already tell that I'm gonna have to modify a lot of those questions before giving out the quiz to the kids. Again, I've provided a hypothetical evaluation since the Flipgrid videos aren't due till July 8th. This is the longer evaluation for the process. In a nutshell, I feel like I did a pretty good job at adhering to the backward design model. I felt the materials are provided were specific and relevant. I'm a big believer of the Google Form quiz. It provides me with the spreadsheet and the relevant analytics. And again, I'll be able to see what the kids produce, where they're all struggling collectively on, and I can address that need and more accurately. Um, the other things I'm considering maybe uh, more activities and more assessments. Looking back, there wasn't a lot, like there wasn't like a mini quiz or anything for the upload process, and I think maybe a quick quiz or worksheet on that would be beneficial for the kids. Also making some graphics for the line groups that has all the relevant information, and relaying my contact information once again to the line group. There were some other instances where I noticed um, PED had switched from her data to our Wi-Fi, and it took her like almost 2 minutes to download the app, which it is kind of long. So made me consider that the different parents are going to struggle with different um, technological obstacles. So yeah, I noticed some I'll call it mild frustration as I was watching PED go through the process. So again, I'll have to adjust that as I'm dealing with the 11-year-old children as well. Here's what I have as far as my projected evaluation with the projects. I'm gonna assume that there's always surprises and there's always disappointments. I'm going to predict that there's going to be like this Venn diagram of P3, P4 students, like in the middle, and of the P6-4 students, the lower level students that are going to create dynamic content, and then other ones from the star, which are going to produce less than expected content. And again, that's not saying it in a way that's judgmental, just as a way as I objectively see them uh, submitting that work. I do feel that most of the students will actually be successful. The process, I don't want to say it's easy, but I think that as children are like dealing with the TikTok generation, they know how to upload videos. So, however, it's an English assignment, I, so you never know. But I feel though most of them are going to do it successfully because they've done it before, and that's the other thing, they've done it before in the previous grades. So hopefully that knowledge will transfer over and that will have been retained. Like I can already maybe maybe tell that maybe I should have taken into account the degree to which all the students can understand me. I think there's points with all ESL teachers where they get excited about the lesson, but they forget the simple thing is that a lot of things just get lost in translation. Um, and so that's always something that is modified with teaching Thai students. Um, so I think maybe we could have watched. There's always going to be we should have watched more videos, and maybe I could have made a screencastify video that would have shown exactly how to upload the videos. Um, However, we got a lot of admin tasks to do, and so there's a time crunch of how much I can do. So again, for my projected valuation, I'll probably say something along the lines of like I was satisfied with the video submission. I was relieved to see. I'll say I'm not that I'm rooting for smart kids to do bad, but it's always interesting to me of who is in this like prestigious star class and who submits maybe not as dynamic or interesting videos, and then the kids that are from the 6-4 class that end up turning in these incredible assignments and that are just as capable as some of the other kids in the class in the 6-3 star class. Additionally, something else I can foresee. I don't. Uh, I'm gonna assume that a lot of them are gonna sound the same because I gave them a template because this is my first time doing the project. I think for the next one is to try to prepare them to I'll give them a model or an example, but I think maybe to see more personality, give them more creative control, something less refined. I mean, there's still going to be some aspect of similar to like requiring uh, targeted vocab or synonyms for languages, synonyms for different words and whatnot. But I think for the next one, I can already foresee that maybe giving them more creative control will allow them to engage a little more actively. Okay, and these are my references. I ended up using a different reference for the backward design model paper because I couldn't figure out how to reference the Google Doc. So there was this website from Vanderbilt that had this same exact information, and so I just used that website. Okay, so thank you.